And welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, and I said the right intro, not Path of Radiance, with me, Pit Marthroy. In the last episode, we got started on this level by starting to defeat Pain and Agony. We've already defeated Agony, and now we must defeat Pain. Oh no. Okay, good. If he'd attacked twice, I would have lost Leonardo. And I don't like to lose my units. I don't like to use my lunats. Oh gosh. Cannot talk today. So that chest had 3,000 gold in it. That's just automatically put into your amount of money you have. Whatever that's called. It's not a save. This is the year 648. We don't have saves. Ever. You'll notice while Aaron isn't very strong, he does have extremely good accuracy. His accuracy is about 10 points higher than everybody else's. Except for maybe Micaiah. Light magic is known for not being very strong, but it does have very good accuracy. And dark magic's stronger, but it's got really poor accuracy. Alright, this area up here, this is all sand, so your movement's going to be very, very limited, unless it's a healer or a mage. They'll have, for the most part, they're not too bad about it, especially the healers, but that's unfortunate because we need people that can actually attack. And like I said, the bosses will not move. See if I can find that weapon or whatever it was. Now, if you want to be cheap, you can wait until the boss transforms back. Oh yeah, thieves aren't too bad on sand, I don't suppose. Really, you can just swarm this guy with projectiles. I could have sworn there was something in here somewhere. Maybe it's right here. We have a Seraph robe. That raises your HP once you use it by 7 points. It's actually a very good item. If you haven't realized it by now, killing a boss will automatically get you a level up unless you're really, really high level like Soth is right now, because he's second class already. So Micaiah hears somebody singing, runs off. And it's a heron from Path of Radiance. Well, not from Path of Radiance, but it's a heron if you remember that laguz from Path of Radiance with Yune and a couple wolves. So I have Raphael. Heard a voice. One of the Heron clan into the Beast tribe. The white rings reveal your part of the royal family. Are you related to Raisin by any chance? Raisin's from the last game. My younger brother, you know of him? We served in the same company for a while. Your brother is still alive, and as far as I know, your father, the king, and the Princess Leanne are well. So we found another surviving heron. That makes 4, even though one of them's pretty much sick beyond repair. The father is. Unless something's happened, all 3 of them are living in Gallia. Then we have Volug and Nahila. Nahila is the queen of the wolves, and then this is Volug, her servant. So wolves actually weren't in the last game, but they crossed the desert now. They know them. Okay. So let's see. Basically talks about how they want to get to Dan, but that going through there without any backup would be suicide. It will take you longer, but we could get you as far as Crimea. So why go to Crimea? Why not travel directly to Gallia? Entering Gallia by yourselves would be nearly impossible. The man you need to get near Gallia actually resides in Crimea, and that's Ike. Lord Ike, hero of the Crimean liberation, hero of the Grill mercenaries, and father of those children. So the rest of this is going to be preparation. Well, after you guys listen to the story.
The history of Tellius is a history of warfare, or so the troubadours sing. It is a history of unending conflict between the Bjork and the laguz, a history penned in blood and scarred by mistrust. The Bjork fight with the weapons of man, the sword, the axe, the lance, and the magic arts, while the laguz, able to transform into beast, bird, and dragon, are weapons unto themselves. Both were created equally by the goddess, but neither race has ever accepted the other. The heron prince Raphael, the wolf queen of Hatari, Naina, and her vassal Volug. Is the Dawn Brigade's meeting with these 3 laguz chance, or a sign of things to come? Micaiah can only wonder.
So you guys are going to get to see the preparation for Chapter 5, The Lost Heir, where we are still in the desert. There is a really bad desert level in this game, but fortunately it's not till part 4 of the game. We're still in part 1. Alright, so let's start with the info like I always do. We have Laura and Aaron. Basically this talks about being an old friend of Laura's. You saved us, I couldn't stand by any longer, blah blah blah. What's become of your church? Let's see. Really the only point of this is kind of something really funny. I meant to tell you, now that you're one of us, you'll have to become a bandit. Excuse me? I'm sorry. A bandit? There's really no need to worry. The Dawn Brigade bandits have virtuous people like Micaiah in their ranks. Okay. No, we're not but always remember, Aaron, we must strive above all else to be honorable bandits for the future of Dan. Alright. Bandits? I don't know where she got that idea. This is a funny conversation, too. It talks about how they want to go home to Navasa and all that. There's a long-lost prince. Micaiah told us that there was one, so it's got to be true. There's no need to worry because I'm here, blah, blah, blah. My swordsmanship is pretty much improved tenfold. By the time we get back home, I'll be invincible. Trust me, he will be. And Leonardo's like, there's a limit to how many one people can achieve. We can't change what's going on in Dan by ourselves. Something they work toward, but you shouldn't take things such lightly. Maybe a joke to you, not to me. Jeez. So Nolan shows up. Hey boys, what's this? A funeral? What's with all the doom and gloom? Nolan. And I have a little say on the subject. You're right, each of us can only achieve so much on your own, but you boys are still young. Don't let go of your hopes and dreams. Not yet anymore. That's not very cheery either. Listen, there's no way we can free Dain by ourselves, but we can find King Ashnar's lost son and fight against the Empire under the Dain's banner. We have a chance of freeing him by the end. Now, how's that for a little motivation to get your sorry back sons into training hard? That's great. Thanks, Nolan. You're pretty smart for an old man. Hey, now, none of that. I'll show you what an old man can do. Leonardo, you feeling better? Yes, sir. Thank you, Nolan. I guess age does make you wiser. How old do you think I am, anyway? Now I'm getting depressed. He's actually not that old. He's only in his 20s, but, you know, everybody else is younger than him in the Dawn Brigade, so... So they're returning to the desert. So these three are taking off, however... After a conversation that nobody can decipher because it's all in laguz, Valug is going to be your quote-unquote dog for this game. Laguz can't stay in their form for very long, but when they half-shift, you can remain in the beast form all day long. So it'll be like he's a Micaiah's dog. That's what they make it seem like, but he's actually really good. But he can fight well. And Valug can't speak any English, so... So they talk about there's 10,000 in gold. Not really much to that conversation, but it's got some good stuff in it, because, hello? Alright, I'm going to put the Seraph robe on Micaiah, because she severely needs to get more HP than 15. The pure water... this stuff increases your resistance against magic spells, which there will be mages in the next chapter. Let's see, anything else? Doesn't look to be so. You could probably forge now if you need to. Yeah, you can. I'm going to forge a better lance for Aaron, because right now we don't have anything really good. So you can choose how well you want to make it. For those of you that remember Path of Radiance, there was an item called the coin, and you could sell it for 1 gold. And the coin, in this game, it will give you a slight bonus on your weapon, provided you don't draw the Vines card. And it'll give your weapon, like I said, it'll give it a slight bonus. And that's what the coin's used for in this game. Any extra skills? This one right here in a hill will come in handy later. Cancels enemy combat related skills, so any skills the enemy has won't work. Ileana has Shade, which will prevent enemies from attacking her. If you want to get rid of Fortune for Meg, which will nullify enemy criticals, and equip that onto somebody else, then that might be a good idea. So that is about it. So for the next part, I don't know if it'll be 1 part or 2, but I do know that you guys will have to watch the preparation. So I'll see you guys next time when we take on the next level. I'd recommend keeping that pure water, by the way. One last thing. Keep that pure water. I'd keep it on Soth or... don't give it to Micaiah, don't give it to Ileana, and don't give it to Valug, because... Valug's got really high defense, and Ileana and Micaiah have good resistance. Laura has good resistance. So, give it to Leonardo, Aaron, Nolan, Soth, or Edward. I'd recommend Soth or Edward, though. Probably Soth. He's going to be fighting most of the mages that will be coming up in the next chapter. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode.